stream. What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's good? It's your boy, Zomb. Welcome to Music Mondays, episode 36. I hope you're all well. I hope that lo-fi isn't too loud for you. It shouldn't be. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, I hope you're all well. Welcome to Music Mondays, episode 36. I hope you all had a good week. I hope everybody's good. I know I'm chilling. I mean, not really. Had kind of a shitty week, but it's alright. We'll talk a little bit more about it later on in the show. But stream is tweeted. Let me pull this up on my other monitor. And we're almost good to go. Now, like I said, hope you all had a good week. Episode 35 is live on the YouTube channel, so if you haven't checked that out, make sure you go do so. Great episode, lots of reviews on there, 2 weeks worth of reviews actually, so it's gonna be good to actually get some reviews in. So I'm excited. It's definitely time for sure. But well, time to get back on track, that is. But without further ado, let's get right into it. I have a few updates for you guys. Let's discuss. So, like I said, episode 35 is live on the channel. So make sure, if you haven't done so, go check that out. Submissions will be open for next week tomorrow. We have plenty of submissions for this week, episode 35, so I'm really excited about that. Actually, I just thought of something. It would be great to have the chat on screen here, but maybe not at the same time, because you never know. But, yeah. That's what we'll do. I think that's it for updates before I get into the first subject that I have. Which is actually a really good one. It was an announcement this week that had to do with what Music Mondays is planning next. So, what is Music Mondays planning next? Basically, I believe it was Friday was the day that I announced that I had something planned, and it's actually convenient because we have the show today, so now I can talk even more about it now. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely excited for that. But as far as updates and all that shit goes, episode 35 is out, so like I said, go check that out. What the announcement was, that's, you know, pretty much equivalent to episode 35 being out. That's a pretty big update. Is I had plans for a Music Mondays SoundCloud playlist. And playlists were something that I used to do heavily and just be around heavily in other companies. So basically, we're gonna be doing it a very similar way, just not the same exact way. And submissions are live now, so if you would like to go be a part of our very first SoundCloud playlist, and this is going to be a weekly deal, so we're going to be doing this every week, so don't worry if you don't make it. You can always submit the following week. But as far as what the details are, you can do !MM in the Twitch chat, or you can look in the description of the YouTube video if you're watching on YouTube. But regardless, basically it's going to be Music Monday's official weekly playlist, and we're going to be non-biased and biased at the same time, and biased in the way that we're going to be looking for a lot of exclusive type of artists that don't have a lot of plays, artists that make unique music, all sorts of things. So we're gonna be looking for that. That's I guess the only bias that the playlist will bring. But volume 1 will be released this Wednesday, and we already have I think about 5 or 6 submissions. So if that's something you'd like to be a part of, or try to get your tracks on one of our playlists, make sure you submit your latest SoundCloud track to the tweet. It's in Music Monday's most recent tweets as well, so it won't be too hard to find. And like I said, in the description, all our socials are in there, and in chat you can do !MM and find all our socials there as well. So SoundCloud Sunday, really important. Gonna be good. Volume 1 Wednesday. Like I said, it's gonna be a weekly deal. So basically, if we curate and collect submissions starting on a Sunday, the playlist drops on a Wednesday. Submissions will open back up on Sunday. Not too confusing, but basically Wednesday is the drop day, and Sunday submissions will be open for that. And everything will still be normal here on Music Mondays, and that's basically what I wanted to touch on next, was our content for the week. So basically on Mondays, like today, we have the podcast. Tomorrow submissions will open for next week's podcast. Wednesday the playlist drops. Thursday we have thinking pieces. Friday, thinking pieces as in just like topics of discussion, thought-provoking things that have to do with art, just basically open discussions. And then Fridays are reserved for articles for when our website drops. Saturday, the re-upload of the podcast drops. And Sunday, submissions open for the SoundCloud playlist. So basically, Music Mondays has a piece of content for you every single day. And that's why it's imperative that you follow our socials. For those of you that watch on YouTube or anywhere else, make sure you're following at All Music Mondays on all platforms. It's on your screen right now in the bottom right corner. You can find all of our content there, and I'm sure you'll find out when our new website is launching, which is this month leading into the beginning of October. So it's going to be actually a really busy month, but a good month in a good way. Really good busy. But everything's coming along swell. I'm still planning on getting all the staff members on the podcast. I just don't want to put reviews on the back end of things right now, because not last week, but the week before we didn't do reviews, and last week we had a shit ton, so this week we kind of have like the regular amount, so I'm not trying to let them pile up again. I'm trying to not curate on the weeks that I know I'm going to have somebody on the show, so that's really important. But to cap that off, Music Mondays is basically your content house for everything underground. We're giving you a piece of content every week, and it's gonna be good. Now, that's enough for updates. We talked about the SoundCloud playlist. We talked about our content rollout. Before we get into reviews, I definitely want to discuss sharing the podcast. And what do I mean by that? sharing the podcast. So basically, if you're an artist that gets featured on the podcast, it's it's a good idea that you do share the podcast that you're not only featured in, but could potentially introduce other artists to our show. And our show isn't for um a lot of like bashing or like heavy critiquing. It's more light critiquing and constructive criticism, and it's for the betterment, and it's mostly just exposure for you. So if you're involved in any of these episodes, it would be wise to share them, and Music Mondays will always give love back. So make sure you're doing that if you ever get featured on one of these episodes. Make sure you drop a like, share the show, do any of those things, because the podcast is something that the underground needs and deserves. And of course, always welcome to criticism of my own, of the show. Anything you would suggest that we should do, leave it in the comments. Come on Twitch, send Music Mondays a DM, do any of that. We're here for you, and we can't do our job well and the things we love to do if you guys aren't here. And it's just important, man, because being an artist myself and being on the line of like sort of management business things, it's kind of complicated because you have to look at it from two different types of lenses. You can't just like have an artist filter over things, just be like, oh, fuck the business, I don't care about this, that, and a third, because in reality, like, I know how it works. So like it's kind of hard to ignore that as an artist. So I guess that's why things like the playlist and all our other content is really organic and good. It's because it's like basically made for the underground by the underground. All of us here, including all the staff and everybody that's ever been on the show or anything like that, it's by the underground for the underground. So you can't really get much more organic than that. And slowly but surely we're getting to a point, basically where we want to be, I guess, is the lightest way I could put it. So yeah, share the podcast, man. And of course, 35 episodes deep, we're live with episode 36. We've been live every Monday since January. Go check out some of the episodes, man. There's plenty of tips in there. There's lots of topics, lots of things I've discussed. There's even back when I had a Skate 3 background, there's early episodes where I had no idea Music Mondays was become what it is now. It's cool, man. So go check out the podcast, not just the recent episodes. Without further ado, let's just get right into fucking reviews, because we could be here for a bit. And I always like misjudge how long this takes, because say you have 4-minute songs, there's fucking almost a half an hour right there, and then we've already been on for 15 minutes. That's 45-minute show right there, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get into it. Let me just put that away, pop that out, open up a little window capture, and we're good to go. So, here you have the weekly submissions are open tweet. This is what it looks like every week, so if you're looking for it, this is it. If you'd like to submit your music, artwork, fashion, or digital creations, drop your links to portfolios below. All art forms are welcome. Yeah, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 submissions tonight. So, let's get right into it. Couple Spotify. Looks like we have an NFT. Heavy Metaphors is in here. Awesome. Okay. Our first link. Wade Wilson. Let's pop open his profile first before we even open that link. 3K following. Punk rock rapper emo. Okay, let's get it. let's I think, is this his whole Spotify, or we got like an album here? Chop House. Yeah, okay. Recent album. Wade Wilson and Kizza. Okay. We're not gonna obviously review the whole album here live on stream, but what I always do as a rule of thumb for any project or album that's submitted to me is I always go with the intro track, because the intro track can really make or break an album. Any album, doesn't matter genre, mainstream, underground, doesn't matter. If your intro is fire, that's going to bring more listeners in regardless of who you are, okay? If somebody's listening to you and your intro is fire to your whole project, it's going to make them want to keep listening, right? And these days it's hard to get people's attention for long periods of time, aka even 10 fucking minutes for an album. So, that's why I stress that you make fire intros for your album. Make your listeners intrigued. Make them want to listen to the whole joint. It doesn't matter what you do. But regardless, track one of Chop House is called Mantra. Let's check it out.
Okay, we're gonna start this tape like that. You ready? Tell me when the tape starts. 1, 2 ways coming for you. 3, 4, better lock your door. 5, 6, he coming up quick. Better turn around and get your crucifix. Thoughts to ponder. I had a veterinary first responder to my anaconda. Help me, Rhonda. Red Mamba, marijuana bag absconder. Got thrown shade at the barcade. Rather stay home, console to play games. Nothing will ever be the same. Cranked, bike chain. Pain wrapped in a migraine. Make me wanna cut a main vein. Artery, stop. I gotta maintain, even if my brain fried like bodega plantains. Frying fresh batches, re-up stashes, socks mix matching, tag, hashing, everything Austin Powers, simply smashing. Cock back to action, whip slashing. Next drop coincidence, stock market crashing. After pandemic, ain't no blunt matching, no virus. Feeling
Actually, hold up. Yo, I never pause during songs, but that was a bar right there. That was a bar right there about the pandemic and the blunt. That was good.
See out mashing while I talk out here trashing. I'm still here, outlasting. We don't test me, I'm chopping style. Clowns act like they invented something. Without those that came before, we nothing. Patchworks of innovators. Some are parts greater. Let's work together and split the paper. Otherwise, see you later. I'm out to manipulate. Cheese grater to Parmesan shaker. Jordans with the trimmer gators. Oh wait, you too? Let's burn more trees in Joshua. Quebec going from the Jets from Hofstra. Overcome the odds and obstacles. Outcomes and options. Stay my ass up out them hospitals. Mental and physical. Leave the low wages, small time criminal. Fuck the subliminals, I'm whimsical. No time to be cynical. Bush with the cynical, nowhere near my pinnacle. Large deficit, still winnable. Break it down, every syllable. Went from G.I. Joe fight to actual bras. Creepy dolls to push up bras. Living through it all. Birds of a feather, claws the homing call. Let's go, y'all. 1, 2, wait, coming for you. 3, 4, better lock your door. 5, 6, he coming up quick. Better turn you around and get your crucifix. 1, 2, wait, coming for you. 3, 4, better lock your door.
Okay, yeah, no, holy shit. Definitely not what I was expecting. Especially not from the Twitter bio. But first off, rip, I definitely enjoy the very boom bappy old school kind of beat choice here. Flow is definitely really well on it, and I always mention this when we encounter somebody doing this type of style. It's difficult. It's difficult to make this type of style sound good and tolerable to listen to these days in 2021, and I think Wade definitely did a good job. They really made the most out of this beat because it's definitely pretty unique. Not something that you could easily hop on. So I know that this was definitely well written. Lots of really unique and very, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Not comedic bars, but they're just clever. Very clever bars. That's the word. Really clever. Um, I fuck with it a lot. Rhymes are good, flows are good. Takeaways, honestly, not much. Keep doing your thing, Wade. Chop House is probably one of those albums that I think listeners will be able to dive right into based off that intro. Especially if they're previous listeners of your sound. So Wade, keep doing your thing, homie. I appreciate your submission and much love. And of course, all artists featured in the show will be linked in the description, and everybody's linked in chat. 8 out of 10 for me. Really nice production and sound. Interesting flow. Yo, shout out the chat. Let's go, Plez. Yeah, so chat fucks with it. Chat fucks with it for sure. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 from my boy over here. Let's get it. Shout out Wade, bro. Okay. That was good. Submission number 2. We're going to switch it up a bit, and I'm going to talk about this for a second before I even click on this link. I've been getting a lot of NFT sort of art submissions, and I've been really excited about it because I've always wanted to review some decent art on here since we've switched to OBS, and I had art submissions before I was on OBS, so I could only talk about it like a fucking, just like a person who couldn't see the art, you know, like, Jesus Christ. But without further ado, we have a user by the name of Arc NFTs. He linked his foundation, obviously a designer and a person who sells NFTs. So let's check out his work. These websites are always so interesting to me because I have no idea what I'm looking at. And I said that with the last review, but like I said, what I do have is a eye for good art and things that people that don't know about art will enjoy. You know, it's always good to have a fresh mind here. So before we dive right in, I like to scroll down all the way to the bottom to see earliest pieces. And first off rip, I like the sort of, what do you call it? Steady theme and art style this designer has. Arc definitely has his own taste. Now, this Make Me Rich piece is curious to me because it's, yeah, see, crayon, this NFT will go owner to owner and make them rich. Yeah, see, I fuck with this. I fuck with little ideas like this. Definitely a hefty price. But it's all for really art, to be honest with you. Like a lot of these pieces, like, people can say whatever they want to say about NFTs and all this other shit. Cuz to be quite honest with you, I'm not a huge fan of them either, but like I said, what I am a fan of is art. And everyone here at Music Mondays will attest to that, you know? So, as an artist off rip, these first 3 designs right here, I definitely enjoy. I like the rugged style. The first one's definitely got some brighter colors to it. We need to check out this third one after I take a sip of coffee. It's called erratic behavior. Yeah, erratic is a good word. Erratic is a really good word for this type of art style. Um, I enjoy these pieces, man. I enjoy these pieces a lot, actually. They don't really give me anxiety, but they do make me feel some type of way, for sure. Those 3 are good. I don't know if I would, like me personally, I don't know if I would make the solid purchase on any of those, but I definitely think they're dope nonetheless. Now, I was kind of excited to get to the next row here because they differ greatly from his previous pieces. So say he just had these 3 pieces up here, it would give somebody the wrong impression because the skill goes far and wide here. We have 2 pieces called Slippery Road and 1 and 2, and a split in half. And acrylic and Chinese ink. That is beautiful. See, like, that's the thing with some of these pieces is they're real, just raw. They're very raw, and not a lot of art like this is still around. That's like nice and unique. So, like, to be quite frank, regardless of what you think of NFTs, I would have to say that the recent surge in them has promoted uh just some insane art. Like the results from the shit is insane. Let's look at part 2 before we go to Bamboo, but that piece is really really interesting to me. Um I'd have to say I like the second piece better for sure. Acrylic and Chinese ink, 100%. No trading data yet. So hey, if you're in the market for any extremely unique NFTs, I'm just gonna say it now. Go check out Arc's store. Definitely linked in the description, and will be linked in chat as well. Um, but those two, I like Slippery Road. Um, Bamboo is definitely my favorite one so far. This is like, if I had money to blow, this would be the type of piece that I could easily purchase without thinking twice because I like that style a lot. Like I really like that style, and especially black and white. So I'm a huge fan of that one. Now these two look like almost a mix of camouflage and 80s floral, especially this one. Um, Black and white's good, but let's check out the colored version. Um, yeah, yeah, absolutely. The color version is beautiful. Such unique designs too. The palette's nice. Yeah, great color choices. I like that one too. That one's a close second. Now this one has a lot more detail than anything we've seen so far from their library, and this one's acrylic as well. This is beautiful. Holy shit. Yeah, see another one as to where if I had money to blow, this is definitely one that would make the shopping cart. 100%. Um Something you could put in sort of a living room, anything like that. This piece, it's got the peaceful vibe but more modern. I think it looks more modern, and it's very eye-catching because the more you look at it, it's like one of those photos, the more you look at it, the more you see, and I just love that about it, to be honest with you. I think that's a huge bright spot in this. But nonetheless, second favorite, first probably still Bamboo. Now this next row, these two are definitely nice. I like this color scheme on Space Bamboo, but let's check out the city one. The fucking art style is just so unique. Like this gives me like 3,200 vibes. Like this is like some deep in the future type shit. City Dream, yeah, absolutely. Beautiful name. Beautiful name. Okay, that's probably second favorite for sure. Now, these two schemes of the bamboo, like I said, I like the black and white bamboo, but now these two schemes got me thinking because the space one's really nice as well. Really well done. I love how okay, so not to spend too much time on this, but we started at the bottom, and as we went up, the art pieces just became so full of life, and I don't know, like I just think that's a beautiful thing about art. When you look at people's types of pieces, you can see almost, I don't want to say parts of their life, but just what they were feeling at the time almost. And I think that's a very underrated part of looking at artwork and things like that. Things you just don't appreciate when you're young, or maybe you do, and uh, because if that's the case, that's good. But we have another bamboo here. Great color scheme. Definitely enjoy the longer version as well. Oil painting. Let's get a full screen of that. I really like this one. Not bad. 100%. I like that one. Now, I'm really interested in made of paper, acrylic, 65 by 65. And it's not, oh my god, wait. This is nutty. This is absolutely nutty. going a bit slower on stream, but look at that. I love that actually. Wow. Open. It, wow. That would be my portfolio cover for sure. Like, that's beautiful. That's got to be the best one, regardless of anything. Like, gray sky with 5 birds made of paper. Fucking beautiful. That might be the favorite over bamboo, actually. That's got to be it. Now, these remind me of Dizzy Illusion right here, especially the color schemes as well. But the suspended is nice. And I like the what is it? Like, it kind of looks like a feeling, but the texture. Thank you. That's the word. Jesus Christ, texture. Autumn Blues. This one's okay. This one's okay. Not a huge. Oh wait, was there one just added? Am I tripping? Or is that one supposed to be here? Either way. Oh yeah, because there are 3 of these. So that's a great series. I mean, I would assume if you were to get one of these, you'd have to probably just get them all. But Autumn Blues is decent. Foreigners is really nice. I like this one a lot. Lots of life and personality in this one. Lots of life and personality for sure. I love this shit. Wow. And then the latest bamboo, which I like how erratic this looks. And once again, acrylic. I love how it's all acrylic too. My god. What a fucking page right here. Very unique. Love the way it makes me feel. Overall, great. 10 out of 10 for me, to be honest with you. I love reviewing artists and their NFTs, man. I'm not gonna lie. This was a really fun review. A lot of this is beautiful. A lot of this is beautiful. And a couple of these are definitely worth the cop in my own personal taste, but I'm sure other people would love some of these pieces. 100%. Especially Paper Birds, for sure. But shout out Arc for the submissions. Thank you, my friend. All artists will be linked in the description of the YouTube upload, and will be linked in chat. So, much love, Arc. Thank you. And keep doing your thing. Amazing. Great pieces. Now, on to the next one. Now, see, this is also, pause before I go into the next review. This is also why I like to do them a bit earlier in the show now, and sometimes if I don't have too much to talk about as far as topics goes, it's kind of good because these reviews can actually take a decent amount of time, like whether you try to or not, you know? So, very good. Next up on our list is a producer that submitted to Music Mondays long in our early days, long ago, during in our early baby social media days, and has been consistently submitting to us and has a wonderful alternative sound. So we have a track, News to Me, dropped September 23rd. Proud Heavy Metaphors. We have a SoundCloud link, a Bandcamp link, and a YouTube visual. So we're gonna go with the YouTube visual. We're gonna go check that out. And I kind of already know what to expect with Heavy, but I'm also pretty excited as well. We'll drop a like on that as well. But without further ado, Heavy Metaphors. News to Me. Yeah, this hits. I fuck with this.
I couldn't bring myself to swim, drowning in the mix my brain made on a whim.
Yo, it's fire. It really is, dude. It is some this is amazing. It really is. Uh
Tried to make it right. I knew I just wasn't myself. No easy way to say this. I didn't wanna fake it. What do they always say? If you love it, let it go. No easy way to do it. We both know we go through it. What
this is a banger. I fuck with this heavy.
just had to let you know. No easy way to say this. I didn't wanna fake it. What do they always say? If you love it, let it go. No easy way to do it. If you love it, let it go. What do they always say? I just had to let you know. If you love it, let it go. 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 If you love it, let it go.
Okay, first off, I just need to pause that before I forget anything that I'm about to say. Okay, shout out Heavy for submitting this, bro. First off, I just want to talk about the visual before we get into the actual track itself. The visual's fire. I love Human Resources, and Human Resources is Heavy Metaphors collective of artists, but Human Resources and both Heavy Metaphors alike create these wonderful visuals, and nothing crazy, nothing overdone, nothing $10,000 budget. Perfect for their type of sound, perfect for their type of aesthetic, and I'm a huge fan of them. Everything to make your song, all the more eye grabbing for any future listener or just even yourself is really, really a good thing. Um, so right off rip, Heavy is just such an amazing producer that has this unique sound that you don't really see much more of anymore. Especially with the variety of instruments and the pure quality of the mixing of the beat alone. Huge fan, huge fan. Um, and I think it was about a 20, maybe 15-second intro, maybe 30, but the vocals dropped and the vocals just fit so well and everything is just structured and timed really well with the first verse and the hook. And not to mention the flow, like the flow and just the way it's just grooving, like you could just picture yourself in like some 80s motel, like with the static TV and shit, like you're just fucking chilling. That's the type of shit that I was feeling right there. And then the second verse was really good because it switched it up. Got a little bit more of the autotune background vocals in there. Um, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It's more of like a modern '80s pop, if you will. I fuck with it a lot, and Heavy's just a really talented dude, and you got to keep doing your thing. So shout out Heavy Metaphors, shout out Human Resources. Thank you for the track. Thank you for the submission. All artists will be linked in the description of the YouTube video, and all artists linked in chat. Much love. Love them boys. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. We got Mike Body, Black Innovator, Spotify. First time submitting artist, I believe. 2015 S&M Indie Award winner, Radio Alliance Award winner, 2018 Cleveland Music Image Awards, 2019 Music and Movie Award winner. Check this out.
Let's go, Cook. Yeah. You're an innovator yourself. Want to produce a game? Uh-huh. Especially from my hood. We had to get out the mud, man. They're talking down to us, but we keep pushing. Black innovator, been black since the cradle. It's black they're afraid of. Class cannot save you from last on the payroll to bands on the table. I never been ashamed to be a child of the ghetto. To the people that's looking down, I still walk around and down. Sex drive still go to rounds. Stay cool like a black and mild. You can't put my flame out. Oh, white man want me douse, but I just stand my ground. Got a mansion, robe and crown, where peace and love abound. But while I'm here, I pound this hard concrete to the blood upon me. Turns dark in these streets. I never settle for defeat. Use both feet. I'm 10 toes down, no retreat. So when the pot called the kettle black, color me back 'cause we so cracked. But the government sponsored that racial epithets. Dark skin savages stepped on the continent. America's Africans ain't been the same since. Yeah, I let them think I'm just a hooligan. Reaping what I sow, my silent partner be the truth, man. Never let the left know the secrets in your right hand. When the police pull up, hope my brothers make it home again. Black innovator, been black since the cradle. It's black they're afraid of. Class cannot save you from last on the payroll to bands on the table. I never been ashamed to be a child of the ghetto.
So my skin be the weapon in, menacing, melanin. Too bad for them, blessed with more brains than John Templeton. Relish in my penmanship, evident I'm in my element. Requisite decadent excellence for they prejudice.
Fire vocals.
In other words, I'm the dream of my ancestors, still fighting so-called enlightened pale predators. If you on our side, don't jump in front of a shot not meant for your hide. You should be knowing the time. Been the dopest Saudis and Rovers, slave chains to the whips with coldest cameras and radios, battle our queens. Average Joe mansions, focused on mansions, know what I mean. Sometimes ops scheme and seem to be on your own team. Keep Christ first, word remain true. Good tree can't produce bad fruit. Just like B ain't got one bad rhyme. Watch honey's on their song, it's bath time. Kick fat lines, beat flat line, illuminate fast times like a brother's pastime. Could it be I innovated into the future with how I move your maneuver through maneuver and always keep it truer?
Black innovator, been black since the cradle. It's black they're afraid of. Class cannot save you from last on the payroll to bands on the table.
Alright, before I forget my thoughts here. Okay, first off, for a first time submitting artist, what a fucking impression. This is quite the track. The chorus could grow on me. I completely agree, chat and Pliz. Absolutely. What a fucking first track. First of all, the message is fucking great. The lyrical content is great. But I want to start with the beat and the beat choice. Perfect, well mixed. Not too hard, but definitely hard hitting enough as to where you could get a message across. Now for Mike's verse and the chorus, Mike's verse brings a different element than the feature artist does, and I'll get to that in a minute. I fuck with Mike verse heavy. I think it was written with such a good intention, and you'd really have to sit down and write some just... I can only imagine what it takes to write something not only as powerful as this, but to spit it in a way that you get your own message across. And I think tracks like this, we need a lot more of, especially ones that have, like, hooks and verses that you could bop your head to and just just have a good message, man. I fuck with this a lot. I fuck with this heavily. Um, so overall, is it an insane hook? No, I don't think so. But all it would take is a couple listens, like chat said, and I think you would be bopping to this chorus in no time, especially with the beat. The beat's perfect. The intro's perfect. Mike bodied his verse, for sure. No pun intended. But the feature artist came on. The feature artist known as B Ever Ready, and B came in with just this flow that was fucking I was not expecting. I didn't know what I was expecting from the feature cuz features sometimes aren't the ones who submit. So Mike is the artist submitting here, and B came on with his verse and almost reminded me of like a younger Freddie Gibbs, almost like the flows, the everything was really really dope. And my thing with songs that have features, of course, is the one thing that I think really makes or breaks a feature is if that feature brings something that you don't to the track, and I think this is one of those perfect storm um situations where if you get an artist with a song and you get a feature on it and the feature just goes in a different direction and kind of brings the track more flavor, I think that's amazing, and this is exactly what B did here. So B's verse was absolutely fucking fire. um Busta Rhymes too, that's another great comparison, I'm not gonna lie. Busta Rhymes too. um but regardless, B, absolutely fire verse. Overall, takeaways. Love the message of the song. Definitely need way more of this. I think it's really well done too. Um, not many people can pull off songs that are supposed to mean something and actually have them portray a good message, and I think this is one of those. Um, Great mixing. Overall, just a really really great track, to be honest with you. Um, Really unique too, because you don't see too many of these. But shout out Mike, shout out B. Thank you for the submission, homie. Much love. Keep doing your thing. And of course, all artists will be linked in the description. And every artist will be linked in chat. Now, on to our next. Hot up. What's good? Welcome to the stream, homie. Um, Fire track from Mike there for sure. Brian Lambert is our next submission. Now, I believe that Brian has submitted before. I'm not sure if he follows the page, but he is a mutual with Heavy Metaphors. So I'm not too familiar with Brian, but um before we go deep into his titles, uh let's see if we can find anything. Let's do a little artist research. Now, see, this is one thing I like to do if I don't know too much about an artist. I like to actually we can also check if he has a Spotify bio before we go any further. Performed over 150 shows a year. Oh wow, okay. Always striving to cut back the layers of rival honesty in his art. Brian search for a home in his recorded work. No matter how many times I would tell myself to be myself, I always felt on some level I was just trying to fit in. Forced by the global pandemic and step away from live performance, Brian clung to music, a life preserver. The dramatic change in situation caused a revelation, deconstruction, reevaluation, sorry, and deconstruction of everything he had previously done. Denton, Texas, thousands of venues ranging from juke joints to wine bars. Known for internationally played lighthearted sports anthems, The Ballad of Tony Romo, Country Music Jesus. Oh, are we about to dive into a country track right here? Okay. For the first time live on Music Mondays, we are going to this is Ghost Candy. Decided to come check out the stream, show some love. Oh, yo, thank you, Ghost Candy. Appreciate you, homie. Much love. Thank you to the follow. Welcome to stream. We're gonna give a track that we normally wouldn't play the benefit of the doubt. If it's country, which it most likely could be, but we're gonna play it for 30 seconds, see what we got. And if it's only 30 seconds that we can get through, we'll give our opinion on that. But, nonetheless, Never Now, Brian Lambert. Okay. Not what I was fucking expecting. Let me put my foot in my mouth really quickly. Holy shit. Are you serious? Are you serious? Yeah, I gotta pause. Why is this low-key hard? I was thinking the same thing. I was going into this thinking, okay, it's gonna be some country, and then I heard that guitar riff come in, and I was like, this is not gonna be what I think it's fucking gonna be. And not even the lyrical content is. Let's get about halfway through this, and we'll give it some thoughts, because, wow. What the fuck? Dude, I knew something was coming. Listen to that. What? Holy shit. Oh my god. Hey, imagine seeing this live though. Wow. Okay, wow, okay. Holy shit. Definitely took me by surprise with the sound. For sure a vibe though, sounds very professional. This shit would go hard live. I completely agree with all that. Absolutely Ghost Candy. Holy shit. All right, Brian. First of all, you immediately put my foot in my own mouth because I was expecting something along the lines of country, maybe even alternative, but this took a very modern turn. Just I don't even know where to start. Like, first of all, the guitar riff in the beginning was just like a very ear opening sound. It's just not something I was expecting. Um, Now one thing I will say, before I continue to be flabbergasted, Brian is an extremely talented guitar player, like extremely. Especially with that solo that came sort of towards the later half of the song. Holy shit! But the lyrics and vocals, just like our chat said, extremely professional. I really fuck with it a lot. Um, and not too much of this you see a lot of because a lot of it's very, for the lack of a better comparison, it's very like older generation music, but I think Brian hit the nail on the head with the modern sound. These guitars are beautiful. I was not expecting the vocal work and the structure. I just wasn't. This is definitely a very modern take on some good rock, to be honest with you. Even go as far as some alternative rock. Um, Vocals were well mixed. Sounds extremely professional. Um, 10 out of 10 for me, to be honest with you. I was really surprised. This is definitely going in my top favorites of Music Mondays reviews for sure, for sure. This took me by a huge surprise. So shout out Brian for the submission. Definitely keep doing your thing. I hope you get the chance to rock more shows. I hope you get some money. I hope you further your career. Keep doing your thing. Very, very, very talented. Come submit to Music Mondays anytime you want. Thank you for the submission. Much love. Of course, all artists will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-uploads, and all artists will be linked in chat. Now, next submission. That was, that was, that was good. That was good. Um, Now, this one was one of the first submissions that we got. 9 out of 10. I completely agree, Ghost Candy. I completely agree. That won't be hard to beat. Legit. Um, this next one came very early in the submission tweet, and of course, if you don't know, submissions go live Tuesday, the following day after the stream is live. So, after this, we have two more. Now, up next is Rude Boy Romeo. Rude Boy Romeo was one of these artists that took me back to the classic SoundCloud era, and where I just felt it was just a really good era where there was a lot of unique artists coming out, and it it it, it was it was really nice to find an artist like that with the sound in 2021. I'm not talking about just X or Peep or any of them. I'm talking about like the real raw, like under them SoundCloud guys. A SoundCloud era goated. Hey, listen, people can say whatever the fuck they want about it, but a lot of good shit came out of that, and um a lot of good people came out of that for sure. But without further ado, Rude Boy Romeo, being the wonderful for the culture man that he is, links the SoundCloud track. So let's go over to SoundCloud. Influenced many of the sounds still used today. Couldn't agree with you more, Ghost Candy. Couldn't agree with you more. Shit, it influenced me. It influenced me too. Shout out Bones, man. Shout out fucking Bones. Absolutely. Bones, Raider Clan, my god. Too many greats. But Rude Boy Romeo. I don't mind. Prod Grimsky's. I believe Grimsky's produced his last track, if I'm not mistaken. I believe he did. I don't know if I'm mistaken. But cover art goes really hard. I like this a lot. If this might be a Yu-Gi-Oh art or something. Bones HDMI. Yup. It's crazy you say that. I was just listening to that last night on stream. Rude Boy Romeo. I don't mind. Prod Grimsky's. 5 days ago. So extremely recent. Let's go. Grim Skies.
curve, baby, fuck what you heard. You know these bitches hitting different. I don't need you to first. Just fucking give me your word. I'm always missing you first. We just gon' chill and smoke the shit until my vision is blurred. I know you're always fucking tripping, girl. We're one and the same. Can't think about shit. Now I'm all in your brain. We keep repeating all this shit. Think we're going insane. Every time you leave me down, I know I'm stuck in the drain. Insane. Not feeling the love. Said you give it all to me, then give me a trust. I'm like, that's more than enough. Know you with it, feel it itching, looking down from above. I'm like, look in your soul, I can see it through your eyes, girl. You're losing control. It's too easy to fold. I'm like you got in your head or a gene, you know. Just know that. Not feeling the love. Said you give it all to me, then give me a trust. I'm like, that's more than enough. Know you with it, feel it itching, looking down from above. I'm like, look in your soul, I can see it through your eyes, girl. You're losing control. It's too easy to fold. I'm like a gun to your head or a gene, you know. Just know that.
Oh, the switch up, bro. I agree. Right off rip, the first thing I noticed about this recent track from Rude Boy, um it's almost like him and Grim Skies like planned the unique sound here. It's like you could find so many tracks from like 2015 that sound just like this, and it's such a refreshing feeling knowing that Rude Boy has a like consistent sound with it. And like our chat said, very experimental sounding, and it's just something you can get into. Like this, like right off rip, let's just play like the first 15 seconds again. The beat is just fire. Yeah, that monotone flow, I don't even know what artist I'm thinking of, but there's so many that are just fire like that. Man, I'm telling you, Rude Boy, if you keep doing your thing, you are going to be one unique motherfucker. You got to keep going for sure, for sure. Now, overall, beat choice is really great. I think him and Grim Skies go really well together. Peanut butter and jelly type shit. Cover art's fire for sure. Now, structure and flow, 10 out of 10 for me. Structure definitely doesn't get too boring. Always switches up. Flow, I like the monotone kind of like just spin bars. I fuck with that a lot because it's like a very light beat, but it still has this dark undertone, and I fuck with it a lot. For sure. Playing the car scurrying down the highway, and exactly highway music, 100%, 100%. 3 a.m. highway music right here. For sure, for sure. Like, this is some like peaceful shit that's like still hard. Like, and you don't find too much of these anymore, you know? There's not a lot of them with this much flavor. So, I completely agree. I completely agree with the chat right now. But overall, man, another really, really good track. And I definitely have a soft spot for these more just underground sounding the tracks, and Rude Boy definitely has something going for him as far as his own sound goes, and this man deserves more than 55 plays and 2 favorites. So I'm gonna drop a like on that for sure, and you guys should too. So Rude Boy, thank you for the submission. Much love. Absolutely keep doing your thing. Grim Skies, thank you. Of course, all artists will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload and in chat. Much love. Sounds very familiar yet unique. I couldn't agree more. I couldn't put my tongue on it. I was just like, what does this sound like, man? Hit this link for new music. Clown de Capo. First time submission here. Second to last. Definitely has a decent following. He linked a DistroKid link, so let's see what we can get through on here. Now we got Spotify, Apple, and iTunes. So the only ones that we can actually play on here are Spotify. So he linked Swamp Hotel. I believe this could be an EP. But let's check it out. And like I said, first time submitting artist here. For sure. Hit this with a refresh. There we go. Now Swamp Hotel, I kind of figured it was going to be a project, and with our first submission, like I said, rule of thumb that I use for anybody who links a whole project, of course we don't have time to listen to the whole project on stream, but rule of thumb is no matter what genre, no matter what you're doing, your intro track should always be a banger to keep your listeners entertained and intrigued to want to listen to a whole album, because like I said, people's attention spans aren't long these days, so a 10-15 minute album is asking a lot from people. So I suggest making and always making your first track a fucking banger, you know, because there's always going to be more bangers where they come from. It's not going to be your last, so always try to do that if you're making an album. So without further ado, 2 minutes and 18 seconds, stop it, let's see what we're in for.
God said drop it.
Girl, better stop it. Fuck around, you gon' get this. Baby, gon' drop it. You gon' make me take off like a rocket. Ooh, she touching on me. Ooh, she grinding on me. Girl, you better stop it. Fuck around, you gon' get this. Baby, you've been plotting. Victimized when a kid walked in. Pretty lady, room full of options. But real quick know what she wants, she's so locked in. You try to catch her at night and go shopping. And who the hell am I? Don't wanna go stopping. Will she bring her girlfriends to come join in? Afterwards they gon' need each other to put their soul in. Orgy into a mosh pit. Pick that pussy up, no option. Come get this blessing if you're shooting your shot. They said it's vitamin D, here be good for your heart. Girl, better stop it. Fuck around, you gon' get this. Baby, gon' drop it. You gon' make me take off like a rocket. Ooh, she touching on me. Ooh, she grinding on me. Girl, you better stop it. Fuck around, you gon' get this.
And that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, that's exactly what I'm talking about, bro. But his voice is dope as fuck. I completely agree, chat. For sure, for sure. That's exactly what I mean with the intro tracks, though. Like, you could take any average listener or a person who's already been listening to Clown, and you're gonna want to listen to the rest of this album for sure, for sure. I know I definitely do. So this track, Stop It, man. Where does the uniqueness fucking end? Honestly, like, you can't even really compare this to anything because it's so many different things. Like, I think Clown is really a person that doesn't have to try too hard to be himself and make music like himself, because it's just so deeply rooted in him. I don't know, it's just a hunch. Like, I don't know, it's just a feeling I get. But as far as this track goes, to start off with the beat choice is great. I think he flowed really well on it. Well mixed, really well mixed. His vocals, definitely well mixed. Now, as far as like the theme and the lyrics go, I feel like they were perfect for what he was going for, to be honest with you. Like, if you were going to make this type of track, that's exactly what you'd want. And I think Clown just sort of put his own spin on it and really just wants, or not wants, but I guess really almost subconsciously forces people to listen to the rest of it because now I want to and see what other type of beats he can hop on, see what else he can do inside of those said beats. You know what I'm saying? So, um, definitely doing it right, man. Definitely doing it right. So, as a first time submitting artist here, um, definitely 10 out of 10 for me. Not too much critiquing to be done there. And I say 10 out of 10 for all of them because I appreciate anybody who takes their time to submit to Music Mondays, and I'll always take my time to listen to your tracks. But regardless, um, gotta tip the uniqueness. Covers fire. Really like the name of the project. 6 tracks. Yeah. So shout out Clown, man. Thank you for the submission. Go show him some love. And of course, all artists and everybody else featured will be linked in the YouTube re-upload and in chat. Much love. Amazing. Wow. That one was so I almost want to say New York, but not really, you know? Yes, here it is. Gone Marshall, singer, songwriter, producer, lyricist. I believe first time submitting artist as well here, so I don't know what we're in for. Um he said, yes, here it is. I think I think that's kind of funny. Maybe I'm just tripping. Cambodia. Wow, really? Shout out our submitting artists over on the east side of the globe, man. Indie alternative power pop. Hey, Miss Clementine. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got here. Open Spotify.
Hey, hey, Miss Clementine, I hope you're happy,
Huh.
feeling fine. Hey, hey, Miss Clementine, I hope you're happy, feeling fine. Hey, hey, Miss Clementine, the rain can't last forever. Your heart can't beat the weather.
Yeah.
Your voice is just a choice, a room without a view. Flash Gordon behind the wall, he keeps his eye on you. Hey, hey, Miss Clementine, I hope you're happy, feeling fine.
I think the cover fits really well.
Miss Clementine, the rain can't last forever. Your heart can't beat the weather. Out on the street tonight, the jerky's getting beat. Yes, slip across the road to grab a wily tree.
Oh man.
You're kind of thick, but kind of sweet. The kind of kid I like to meet. Booty calls me by the dust. You won my mind, but lost my trust.
No cap.
Mellow out and hypnotize. Your master's heart will sympathize.
Holy fuck.
Miss Clementine, I hope you're happy, feeling fine. Hey, hey, Miss Clementine, I hope you're happy,
That was another great song with. I completely agree, yo. What the fuck? Where I can't believe this. I'm actually uh alternative rock folk indie. This is wow. Okay, I don't know if this is produced by Gone Marshall, but nonetheless, regardless, this is the fucking track. Early 2000s vibes. I agree. I was even almost gonna say as earlier and like, geez, like this just gives me such refreshing old school vibes. Like this is wow. Okay, so like I said, I don't know if produced by you or guitar work, but easily the star of the song right here. Um, just other than the vocals, of course, but I'm gonna get into that. Um, but the guitar is just you don't see that too often. I'm not gonna lie. Um, I just don't even know where to start. Like this is really really amazing. Um, Now, as far as the structure goes and the instrumental itself, really well produced, really professional sounding. Now, when the song first kicked on, I almost thought like the mix had like this like sort of vinyl background noise, like sort of like, like how you like click on a vinyl or anything like that, you have that vinyl scratch and all that, but like it just gave it that like very like early 2000s, like chat said, undertone, and just kicked on immediately. Like through the whole 3 minutes I was sitting here bopping my head 100%. This is one of those songs that you just listen to and it's over, even though it is 3 minutes, which is not average length for songs these days. um it's just over so quick because you're just jamming. Like this is a jam 100%. This is a great song that you could see in like a movie score. You could get this for any type of movie trailer. Like, I miss this era of music. I agree. This is fire, especially in 2021. If people are making this right now, to like, imagine somebody in the studio making this right now. This is fire. This is absolutely fire. First time submitting artist here, Gone Marshall. You heard it first. Is absolutely fucking fire. Go show this individual some love. Hey, Miss Clementine is a bop. Absolutely. Um, Takeaways, man, none. Absolutely keep doing your thing. Don't let nobody fucking tell you nothing. Keep doing your thing. Work hard, and you're gonna go somewhere for sure. Believe that. I'd like to see a music video for this as well, for sure. But yeah, other than that, shout out Gone Marshall for the submission. First time submitting artist. Go show him some love. Go check out Hey Miss Clementine. And that's gonna do it for submissions of episode 36. Thank you to everyone who submitted. Shout out all the artists, and shout out any artist who's ever submitted to Music Mondays. Lots of unique submissions tonight. Amazing. I got the hook stuck in my head now. I couldn't agree with you more. I have it stuck in my head as well. I was just like, oh my god, where is it? But yeah, that's gonna do it for episode 36. That was quite the episode. We had, I'm just gonna take a minute, and I think you guys gotta understand that like this is why we do this. Myself, mostly, I don't know if I can speak for any other platform, but as far as myself and the Music Mondays staff, that's exactly why we do this. People say the underground is dead and all that other shit. I have 36 episodes of reviews that could prove you fucking wrong. Okay? Believe that. Music Mondays is making strides every day to make sure that the artists on SoundCloud, the artists with fucking 2 followers, and the talented motherfuckers out there, and the hardworking motherfuckers out there are getting heard. Believe that. So, to cap off the stream, because we did run a little late today. Normally these are an hour. We're probably on it almost an hour and a half, but that's fine because reviews were worth it. If they weren't, it wouldn't have been this long. Great music, great stream, great vibes. Yo, shout out Ghost Candy. You just gotta know where to look. Exactly. And that leads me to my next point, and to put a cap on episode 36. So, if you're looking to get your music heard on the podcast, if you're trying to come hang out, if you're trying to do any of those things, make sure you follow us on all social media networks at All Music Mondays, or it's at the bottom right of your screen right now. And if you're interested in getting your art or music or anything else on the podcast, pretty much anything else, like literally like in the tweet, you could literally see that anything goes. Like, all art forms are welcome. So nothing's too crazy on here. We went from an insane spectrum today, and every single one was talented and every single one was unique. And I had a lot of fun doing it, to be honest with you. But like I said, if you're interested on getting on episode 37, submissions open on the 28th, Tuesday, which is tomorrow, 24 hours from now. You can submit your tracks or any art you have for next week's show, which is our first October show on October 4th. So you got 6 days. Submissions open tomorrow. Yeah, that's about it. Oh, and SoundCloud playlist as well. Major website updates, which is why I stress to you that you follow us on all social networks to keep up to date with what Music Mondays has going on. SoundCloud playlist drops this Wednesday, so get your tracks in. The deadline is Wednesday. And we're doing that every week, so if you didn't get on this Wednesday, make sure that you submit the following week for volume 2. Expect some Ghost Candy next week, boy. Yes, sir. Absolutely. I'm gonna hold you to that. Yeah, that's gonna do it for me, chat. Episode 36 was wonderful. Make sure you show every artist here some love. The rebroadcast of this episode drops every Saturday, so if you missed the show on a Monday, look for it on Saturday. So episode 36 will be live on YouTube Saturday. But that's gonna do it for you, boy. That's gonna do it for Music Mondays. I'll see you next week for episode 37 of Music Mondays. Be safe, and I'll see you.